Hello, everybody, and welcome to Movie Couple Live. This is a show where we talk about the latest in movie news and pop culture. I'm Wendy.
I'm Dustin.
And huzzah, our water heater is fixed, which is what prompted the delay for today. It had been leaking for over a week.
Probably almost closer to a month.
Luckily, somehow it was leaking, but it didn't affect the fact that the water heater continued to work to provide us with hot water, knock on wood. But now it looks like we have a new one.
But we were also getting a whole bunch of other stuff done around the apartment.
It's a lot, guys.
Since, when the handyman's here, you want to utilize the handyman.
Yes.
So if there is difficulties or anything, and all of a sudden you see me look at my phone and I'm like, ooh, and I run off, it's because the handyman has some questions. So we're trying to get some nice, fun, exciting things done around the house and still being able to do a live show for all of our beautiful...
Nice and fun, exciting things done around the house does not go together for me.
Nope.
It's adulting things that I'd rather not deal with, but you have to because...
I don't want to adult.
Yeah, who can agree? Let me know by show of hand in the chat or in the comments that adulting sucks. Hashtag adulting sucks, but necessary. But yes, at least it's fixed. It's no longer leaking. Knock on wood for all of us. Make sure that this is going to last us a lot longer than the last one did, which only lasted 3 years.
I know. And then it just started breaking.
Anyways, could have been worse. Could have been way worse. So before we jump into our random topics here, which includes a bunch of trailer talk for Morbius and the book of Boba Fett.
And also we're going to be talking about thousands of guests stuck inside
Shanghai Disney.
No. Sorry.
We'll talk about that in just a little bit. And before we jump into our first topic, we've got a lovely super chat from Marvin Martin with what is the avatar today?
I love it. It's different.
Like an animal?
It looks
Marvin
kind of animal? It looks like a Marvin Martian animal or some kind of goat. Marvin Martian the goat.
Interesting. So Marvin, what he does almost every show sends in a bunch of his recommendations, whether it's television shows, movies, books, or whatever. Sometimes just YouTube videos. That's really cool too. And sometimes we'll watch them on air. Today we won't be because these are all shows. But here are what he recommends. Skeleton Warriors. So let me know what that is a little bit about.
It's a TV show?
It's a TV show. It sounds interesting. Skeleton Warriors. And then we have Nat Geo's Taboo. In parentheses, he put Culture Shock, True Calling, which is Groundhog Day Detective. Ooh.
Oh, that should be interesting.
That's gotta suck for that person to live in that loop over and over. And Dollhouse, Becoming One and Everyone and No One. I love Dollhouse.
Dollhouse is amazing.
Eliza Dushku is in it. And if you know her, she plays... or if you don't know her by name, she plays Faith in Buffy, the other Slayer, the bad one, the one that really technically didn't really listen to her watcher, if you will. Love her to death. And a couple of other really cool people are in it. If you watch any of like the Buffy, the Angel, the Firefly type of that universe without saying the person's name, you'll see a lot of those come through. Navi is not in it, but she'd like to say hi. It is now November, so we've done away with the Halloween bows.
No bows November.
No more bows. Brennan Mar is here. Thank you so much for watching. Blade, Von Jess, Drew, Debbie, RMD Collective, and Green Lantern. Adulting sucks. Yes, you guys. Adult in the right way. Yeah. Shane says, I used to watch Dollhouse. I missed that show. Sucks. It got canceled. Yeah, we never got
the conclusion.
Like an actual conclusion. Funny story. I want to say.
What is it with
the Whedon shows?
Yeah, the Whedon shows that just are like.
Well, Buffy finished, and didn't Angel finish?
I think so. Yeah, but 2 of his shows. Yeah,
but Dollhouse didn't. Firefly, and that's it.
That's probably it. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm thinking of 2 of them.
It's a cow, he says. Oh no, sorry, that is Stardew asking, is it a cow? But yeah, it looks like the chat can agree. Dollhouse is a good show. Gotta love it. Thank you so much, Marvin Martin. So for today's news flash, this got dropped in our Discord by Movie Bunch Debbie, and I saw it and I was like, of course we have to talk about it because it's weird food. So you know that Halloween has just left us. Dustin and I were left with a giant bag of candy because we bought one. We were ambitious. We're like, let's just look. We never get trick-or-treaters. We buy it on the off chance that we could get 1 or 2 trick-or-treaters. that never happened. Even our next door neighbor's kid, who's probably a little too old to trick or treat now.
Yeah.
When he was younger, he also never came by. So we're just like,
they would like go to a better neighborhood.
We're not the hot spot for trick or treaters.
Now you want houses that are like closer together that you can kind of go. That are nice, small little houses that you can just go do from one to another to another. Here, there's a lot more apartments. They're a little bit more spread apart. So,
and we hope you guys also had a great Halloween. Dustin and I had a good time just hanging out with a couple of friends, small groups. Ate a bunch of junk food that I totally regret now. But it's great. So now that that's over, we're in November. So people like to skip over the Thanksgiving.
Yep,
and go right into the holidays, but not Campbell. And I believe this is Campbell. So here comes the crazy flavor. Let me go ahead and put up a photo for you guys. It's Heinz. I'm sorry. It's not Campbell. So this is called, and thank you again to Debbie for dropping this in our Discord. I'm sure Debbie didn't know that maybe she did, that I was going to make this a topic, but Heinz is introducing the Big Soup Christmas dinner. So this is essentially kind of like a Christmas dinner in a can.
Well, at least it's not in a candy.
Yes, better by default, but let's listen to what is in it. There's quote unquote big chunks of turkey, sprouts, stuffing balls, and pigs in blankets. Pigs in blankets in a soup. I don't know if I've ever eaten pigs in a blanket for like a holiday dinner. Holiday Christmas, is that a thing that you've had for holidays?
Pigs in a blanket? Well, no.
As an
appetizer. I guess they're very much a part of the appetizer accoutrement, so to speak. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that they threw that into the soup.
Yeah, here's a better shot. So you've got I can't even take this seriously. The soup will contain, again, big chunks of turkey, pigs in a blanket, which you can see in that photo that's up right now. Brussels sprouts, stuffing balls. I wish they would just say stuffing. Potatoes with gravy and cranberry sauce. Is that also in the soup?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like that's a really dark looking sauce.
I just can't.
I don't want to get those Brussels sprouts. Just look disgusting.
I don't mind Brussels sprouts, but I don't really want it in a soup form. Let me see. There's also, so I also found the actual. This is only available. I don't think it's in the US because I tried to follow the link to the Heinz and I could only find it under like the Heinz UK website.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're saying there's full ingredients and it's like kind of a very limited, I believe only 100 or 500 cans. Very limited edition of cans
that
are being sold.
Very limited.
So orders are limited to 4 cans per order, and any orders over 4 cans will be canceled.
Oh.
So I think it's just a niche thing, but it just seems weird.
Well, I mean, honestly, though, at least this is something that I can see fitting. It's in the same category.
Sure.
I can have soup for dinner. I've had soup for dinner many a times.
Oh, I'm not.
So I can kind of see, at least it's not like, the Thanksgiving candy corn or the, what is it called? The cup of noodle soda kind of thing. This I'd actually be interested to try, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually good. I wouldn't mind trying it.
Do not waste your money on this can of soup. Do not do that. Do not do that.
I'll be happy to eat it, and I'll definitely do it I'll do it either on live stream or as a video. But honestly, it's not something that I'm like, ooh, I have to have this. Because especially, I'm not a big Brussels sprouts fan.
Not in this setting. I don't want it drenched in a gravy like soup. I like it like where they saute and they put like the butter and the bad stuff on it to make it taste good. Yeah.
But also, another thing is though, with the pigs in the blanket, how do they keep the blanket part from just being super soggy?
It's soggy and like it sounds gross.
It's just going to be squishy. It's going to just end up being like, what is that called?
They could have just put like dumpling pieces, not Chinese dumpling, but chicken and dumpling type.
Mm-hmm. That's probably how they're ending up doing it. But if you look at the picture
you can see the picture. Hold on.
They actually looked like browned bread.
Like, look, it's right here. This is your pigs in the blanket.
That's it right there.
Yeah, no
right next to that lower left.
Right Brussels to the sprout. Yeah, I don't know. So I want to go to I want to go to the chat and see what you guys are saying about this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yes.
I like the very next comment that just came in at the very bottom.
Okay, well, let's get to Debbie's real quick. So Debbie says, I heard about this on the late night show with Stephen Colbert. And
what did Stephen Colbert say about it? Now I've got to look up that.
Debbie, let us know, or put it in the Discord and I'll check it out. Trav Dog Films. Nah, that ain't it.
Yep, that was the one.
Accurate.
Oh, Trav Dog Films did another one closer to the bottom.
Okay, I'll look
and
for that.
I liked your comment. I liked it. I was like, oh, that's funny.
Ladies, that's Christmas dinner soup. Isn't that just
turkey
soup? Essentially, Sophia NYC says, I am doing Carolina Reaper. Whoo! Smoked turkey for Thanksgiving. That is flavor.
That's going to
That's flavor. That's something I don't think I don't know if I can handle the heat of a Carolina wheat Reaper.
That's like one of the hottest peppers, isn't it?
Ghost pepper, I think, is hotter. It's whatever the smaller the pepper, the hotter they are.
Oh,
but I think I don't know which one is hotter. But
you brave.
They
well,
both
that's
sound
kind of food that you
they both sound hot. And I don't feel like I don't know if I, but that's great. R&D Collective says stuffing ball sounds sus. Blade says this one doesn't sound as bad as some of the other stuff that has come out lately. We've got another one on the list as well.
No, that's very true.
Sophia says you guys should try the Carolina Reaper ghost pepper smoked turkey. I would eat like a tiny bite just to gauge how I would do with said spice. And I like spicy. But I don't know if I can handle ghost pepper. Oh, Debbie just dropped in the
there it is.
So let's go ahead and let me see if I can. Oh,
I'm wondering if he actually did he actually taste it?
I think he just talks about it.
Oh, he just talks about it.
Let me go ahead and open this up in a new window so we can all kind of watch for a little bit together. Hopefully YouTube doesn't shut the stream down.
Because you're going to be doing the split screen.
Yeah, so we'll see. Dustin, do you want to pick through some of the comments and read out some as I'm setting this up? To see any other ones?
The one from Trav Dog Films was, where did it go? It was like, this looks like something that the Grinch would eat.
Green Lantern says that looks like something Shrek would eat.
You know what? That's also
Blade
probably
says I would actually, that's accurate. Yeah, Blade says I would actually try this one.
So, and that looks like, there it is. Oh, what?
What? Oh, we're adding this to the show later on. Thank you, Mr. Yasman300, for letting us know. Did they talk about the casting of Daniel Day Kim in Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender as Fire Lord Ozai?
Yes.
I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. Okay. Oh, he kind of looks like the kid who's playing. I can see the two of them side by side too.
And actually see one being like.
I can see that.
You can see the family resemblance. Mm-hmm. I love it when they do casting like that too. When they have to cast like a father and son, and you're sitting there going,
"Hey, Sophia, please don't spam the chat. We can see you, but please don't spam the chat. Thank you." So because there was just a whole bunch. Where did you find the comment that you were looking for?
Oh, from Travis.
You lost it.
Travis. It was what is it called?
Here it is.
Something the Grinch would eat. I thought that was absolutely hysterical.
Okay, so let's share screen, and we're gonna go to the tab. And so this is what Debbie sent over on the Stephen Colbert thing. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. Let me see. Can I make this smaller?
Make it a little bit more.
Nope.
Fit the picture. Oh, you can't like crop it.
I will just do.
I was like,
why can't I do this? So there you have it. That was Stephen Colbert talking just a little bit about the soup in a can. I don't think I'd want it. It could. Oh, keep going. There's the drink. Oh, you're right. Okay, so I actually have this up as well. So I said that there was more. And there is.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. So we've got
you need something to wash it down with.
Yeah, you can get your own.
Don't use this.
Bud Light seltzer in holiday flavors, which, by the way, I don't mind when they do like beverages, alcoholic or none, in holiday beverages. Starbucks tomorrow is starting their holiday drinks. I am still very salty for years now, they have not brought back, they've completely canceled the gingerbread latte, which means I'm going to go for one holiday drink tomorrow. I'm not sure which one that's going to be at a Starbucks. And that'll be it. That'll be my fix because I like my gingerbread latte. But if you're into the hard seltzers, Bud Light Seltzer has 4 new flavors in this they're called the Ugly Sweater Pack, as you guys see the photo up here. So I think earlier we had talked about it on the show. They had that weird pumpkin spice. Yeah, some of the like a marshmallow flavor or something weird like that. So this year the Ugly Sweater Pack has 3 new flavors and 1 returning flavor. So we have I've just read it and I can't.
Gagging.
Let's see, the cherry cordial, cranberry, which is fine.
Okay.
The seltzer nog.
I cannot.
And the sugar plum varieties.
Okay, I can see maybe the having like a alcoholic cherry flavor seltzer or the cranberry, but a nog flavored one.
Yeah,
I'm a little like no. I don't know how well that's gonna turn out.
So let's go ahead and take you through like some of the breakdowns of all the flavors. So let's start with the cherry cordial. It says right here on the Thrillist website, boasts the perfect cherry and chocolate balance paired with Bud Light's classic seltzer. Could be good or bad. Maybe the cherry is so overwhelming that it overpowers the chocolate part of it. Maybe. Because like I like chocolate, but I don't know if it has business being a part of a seltzer. You know what I mean? We have the cranberry, which is like the only one that I'm like, yeah, okay, legit. The pack's only permanent offering. I can see why. Permanent offering with the new perfect sweet cranberry to crisp seltzer ratio. It sounds great. Then we have the seltzer nog. This is the original holiday fave eggnog with notes of sweet cinnamon and vanilla flavor in seltzer form.
I'm not going.
It sounds less bad now because all I thought was like the creaminess of the nog, but they couldn't do that in a seltzer because it wouldn't make a seltzer. So now it's just more cinnamon and vanilla. So it's a little bit less gross to me. And then we have the sugar plum, which features sweet mixed berry, cranberry, and plum flavors. So out of the 4, I don't even drink, but out of the 4, I think cranberry and sugar plum would be the only 2 I think I would look forward to.
I think those were the only ones that I'd really want to try. But of course, I haven't tried any of the whatchamacalls'em yet. Any of the Bud Light seltzers. I'm a little curious too. I think I've had some alcoholic seltzers, but not the Bud Light ones. So I'm really curious to see what those are like. Yeah. So maybe, nah, I'm not going to try them. I'm not that brave. Yeah. I don't want to spend that much money on
no.
Did we lose our...
It's just the camera. No worries.
We're still here. We're still here. We're still here.
Hear us.
Still good.
They can still hear us. Let's see. Hold on. That's the wrong one.
And
we're back.
There we
are. There we are. Da, 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 da. So the movie couple, I think we're getting some kind of thing with the webcam. Yeah, I banned that. Sorry. I don't currently have a mod for us just because usually for the most part we don't get any sort of like weird spammy bots. So we don't usually worry about that. But yeah, so for everybody who is wondering what a hard seltzer is, and again, I don't really drink. Dustin partakes from time to time, but it's essentially a hard seltzer.
Just think of it like a seltzer water but then with a little bit of alcohol in it.
Right.
So honestly, those are not normally the kind of alcoholic beverages that I like. Even though, what is it? Your friend Grace actually brought some seltzers
for my birthday weekend. That again, I didn't try, but everybody had a good time. Yeah. Oh man. All right. So Sophia seems to be very upset about something that's going on here. You went from being really super nice in the beginning to being very aggressive. So feel free to depart if our content is not for you. We are not a PG channel. We've never been a PG channel. We talk about anything and everything on this show, including movie news and entertainment news. And we like to talk about food. And there is no
We're also the foodie couple.
There's no, what's the word,
Right.
high and fancy here. We interact with everybody in the chat, whether they send in a super chat or not. I've been reading your comment. You have not sent in a super chat. So therefore, your comment is void, invalid is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we brought up a couple of your points.
Y'all only talk to moderators and super chats. I
We've
literally do
talked
not have
to you.
moderators. So feel free to go ahead and depart if you are. I'm sorry that our content's not for you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. So you guys, let us know if you hear about any more crazy, weird holiday food out and about. Let us know in the Discord, and we'll talk about it on the show. So let's go ahead and move on to a couple of things here. So let's talk trailers, because the two really awesome ones dropped. Very happy about it, being the big nerds that we are. One is for the Book of Boba Fett, which I don't think I even dropped any of the... Oh, I did. The Book of Boba Fett. And that really shows nothing, but it was meant to be the Morbius one. Yeah. So let us see. Oh, Debbie said, whoops. Debbie said, all right, I'm going to go ahead and banhammer this person. There we go. Got the attention you wanted. All right. Sorry, Debbie, I closed the video, but I promise I will watch it later. So thank you for leaving that in the Discord for the Stephen Colbert video. But we're going to go ahead and talk about the Boba Fett trailer, because oh no, what am I doing? There we go. I'm very distracted because there's a trash truck outside.
We've got so many distractions
so
going
many
on today.
things
Today's been
happening today.
just crazy all over the place.
Yeah, there's so many things happening today. Okay, so the Boba Fett trailer gave us an insight of like how Boba, because we saw in the post-credit scene of season 2 of The Mandalorian, how he literally like walked into Boba's palace. No,
Mhm.
oh, I'm already calling it Boba's palace, Jabba's palace. And like a boss that he is, sits down on that throne and he's kind of like, that's right, I am back. And it is my turn. And nothing got me more hyped than seeing Tamora Morrison like getting to act in this role and having Ming-Na Wen as a part of it as well. I think it's really, really awesome. And I think what the takeaway is it feels obviously like a gangster type of a scenario. So less of the same vibe that we're going to get from the Mandalorian, which is kind of, I don't want to say like Lone Wolf and the Cub.
No, that is very much a lot like,
but we're not going to get that
with kind of feel to it with Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But this really looks like it's going to focus a lot more on the underworld. It's going to have a lot more of like the big mob bosses, to where now that Boba's taken over Jabba's palace and he's going to be taking over all of Jabba's connections, he's now going to have to deal with the Pikes and the Rising Sun, the Crimson Suns, and just all of the other mob bosses that are out there. And I did kind of like that. I'm not gonna, Jabba ruled with fear, I'm gonna rule with respect. But I'm like, how much of that respect is going to be respect of the fear that you instill in them? Yeah, kind of a thing. So I'm a little curious on how much of it is just him playing the respectful card when it really is more along the lines. Is that knocking for us, or is that no? That's them working downstairs. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and I think for Fennec Shand, she is like the perfect person to play not just wingman, but like second in command, because she even used an example during one of their like, I guess like kind of like meeting or whatever with some of the other like crime lords, or basically was and she said something about, I don't know the exact quote, but something about if you had spoken to Jabba this way, he would have fed you to, and
fed you to, I think she said, I don't think she said one of his pets.
I think minion,
or
something like that. And the very casual lean back that Boba had on the throne, and was like, please speak freely. And somebody in the comments today mentioned, not in this chat, but in the reaction video, said, did you guys notice that he was kind of like showing off his like little wrist rocket as he said, please speak freely? I was like, he doesn't even need to get up to kill somebody if he felt the need that somebody stepped the line. But I think you're right. We had talked about this. And Jabba was very much like, you disagree, you're dead. You're dead. Like right there.
I don't like your face, you're dead.
You're dead. And I think Jabba will have...
You don't give me a kiss, you're dead. Well, that's because remember, that's what happened to the dancer.
I know. But I think with Boba, yes, he will still be, I think, pretty strict, but it's I'm not gonna kill you to earn your respect. And that's what he meant by respect, and respect is a two-way street.
Yeah.
So I think he is trying to say, like, yes, there, I am the Boba Fett, and I am going to, like, put some rules in place, but, like, we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
We can talk about it. So that's going to be really interesting. And also we have, Shane says, justice for Boba. And we also have the Morbius trailer.
Yes, this
Wow.
I loved this trailer too, because this is technically, I guess, the second trailer, because the first one came out about a year ago, kind of a thing. And I loved the new footage that we got. I love the details on the new story. I love the flashes too of the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, I have that, and now I finally have that. I can pull that up now.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of little just little things that they had in there that you're just like, oh, that looks so cool.
Yeah, and it says, like, the big headline obviously says Dr. Michael Morbius apprehended for quote unquote vampire hunter, but if you take a look at some of the other headlines, vampire murderer, sorry, and some of the other headlines right above the Daily Bugle banner says, let's see, Rhino on the loose, zoo hoax fools us all, and then the other one says Black Cat, friend or foe, which gets me very excited because I don't believe she's officially been, like, introduced into the universe.
I think those are just teases on what's to come,
which is very excited. And Rhino, obviously, we've already met in a previous film. I think that was
I hope it's not the same one. I hope it's not the Paul Giamatti of I'm the Rhino.
He can come back in it. It just maybe will have a different, because that was not Andrew Garfield.
Yes, that was Andrew Garfield's universe. So, I do think I would love it to where it's more of like a really big hulking guy, but he does have like just layers and layers of, like, he's kind of wearing a version of like the Ironmonger Iron Man suit, but it's just now in the shape of the Rhino, to where he's just a big guy, but he's in a smaller mech kind of suit.
It's interesting. The trailer is interesting. I really like what I saw. I thought the design of what Jared Leto looks, how he looks, how Morbius would look, is really cool. I'm not as familiar with Morbius, so it was actually kind of refreshing for me to watch the trailer, not knowing too much about it, and be very surprised by it. I saw in a couple of from you guys, not you guys, but in the comments of that video, saying that they thought the gliding portion of him flying in the subway area felt too fast, because he doesn't technically fly; he more like glides more than anyone else. So I think we have a Streamlabs, so I'm going to go ahead and check that out. But continue to talk a little bit more about Morbius, if you will.
So, I mean, I just also love the fact that now we know 100% for certain, too, that this does take place in the Venomverse. Because, he did that whole, who are you? He said, did he say we are Venom, or he said I am Venom?
And
he goes, no, I'm just Michael Morbius. At your service.
Dr. Morbius. I'm just kidding. Dr. Morbius, at your service.
And I'm kind of like, okay, cool. So we now know that that's where this is going to morph into.
Yeah.
But I'm also a little curious exactly where in the timeline of the Venomverse does this take place? Because technically, I think this was supposed to come out before Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Well,
so does it take place before? Does it take place during? And when does that shift happen in the do we get to see any version of that shift that we saw in the end credit scene of Venom, Let There Be Carnage? Maybe there's going to be when does this come out? This comes out
January.
Okay, so this comes out after No Way Home.
Yes.
So so it would actually make sense that this actually could very much take place after that big shift.
I mean, there's hints all over the place for Morbius that it will exist in the Venomverse, potentially in the Tom Holland verse, and also the Tobey Maguire verse, because we did see that one poster or that one graffiti on the wall of Spider-Man, but that's very much like the Tobey Maguire suit, and then on it says murderer. It's in the trailer reaction in a editing Wendy coming to you sort of a way. So I can't wait, and I know it's a bit far, and somebody pointed this out as well, that we got a brand new trailer for Morbius, which is great, but we literally don't have any new footage, trailer or anything for No Way Home, and that movie is about a little bit more than a month away.
But a month and a half, I think.
I feel like they're just there's too many secrets, and all of us like fans are gonna sit there and watch the trailer to death and dissect it and try to decipher whether or not Andrew Garfield is going to be in the film, whether or not Tobey Maguire will be in the film, or Kristen, or any of the other, past Spider-Men movie characters. So it's just really interesting. It's a good fun time.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how much they've had to change from their original cut of the movie to where now they're like, well, shoot, this is now going to come after Spider-Man No Way Home and Venom Let There Be Carnage. So is there a lot that they had to change in order to make this fit into this timeline kind of a thing and these plans? And so I'm just really curious. I mean, because I don't think we heard of any major reshoots that they had to do for Morbius. I think they've just kind of cut, snipped, re-edited, and then sent it back out, maybe with a few little edits.
Ooh, Debbie says Black Cat was Andrew Garfield's universe too, played by Felicity Jones. Did I forget that?
Well, it was a very, very small thing that was kind of mentioned.
Interesting. Really interesting. And before we move forward, we got a couple of super chats and Streamlabs donations. So we want to get to those real quick before we go into the other comments. This one is from Marvin Martin, who says, if you could become your own customized vampire, I'd want the ability to be able to be a daywalker as well.
Yeah. Well,
I want to be able to walk in the sun minus the sparkles.
The big problem with the whole vampire thing is you can't really be a vampire and not drink human blood. And I think that's kind of where I'm like, I think I'll find some other way to get the powers that I need. Because even Blade, who was able to have all these powers, but yet still had to find a way to drink, he had to get human blood. Yeah. He had like his little garlic concoction that he put together, but it was still something that.
So excited for Blade, guys.
Oh,
I know we know absolutely nothing about it.
Nothing so
but
far.
I'm very excited. I think for me, I would keep some of the traditional vampire tropes, like the drink blood. You're a vampire.
Just get a job at a blood bank.
Well, I didn't say I had to bite the person. I just said drink blood. Didn't say what kind or how I got it. I would maybe steer away from like having to murder actual people, but I also would want to be able to walk in the sun. Maybe there would be some tropes of like direct sunlight, like harsh sunlight, like desert could be potentially kind of bad for me. But like, a cloudy day should be fine. Let's see. And I also want the ability to turn into a bat by saying bat. I want that. I would want that.
Well, technically you don't need to say it. You can just be like bat and then just turn into it.
I want to though. Have you not watched What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes.
Bat. That's what I would like to do. And then a second super chat.
And Blade puts in here what
this one?
You could also have familiars who offer Navi would be my familiar.
She grunted.
She's like, I don't want to be your familiar.
No thanks. Mine would be a bat. Duh.
Aww,
so when I say bat, we can go together.
You both fly away together?
Yes.
But if you could turn into a bat, why would you want a bat familiar? Why not have like a
so I can have
familiar?
Someone to fly around with.
Okay, fine.
I don't know. Making it up. Marvin Martin writes, why do you think vampires like Blade aren't as popular?
There was a time that they were very popular. I think it's just phases, Sometimes people are really into fantasy movies, and then there's a phase where people are into superhero movies and really into vampire movies, and then really into zombie movies. Remember, what was that? Almost 9 years ago when Walking Dead first came out, zombies were the craze. Everything was some kind of zombie movie / action zombie movie / romantic zombie movie with warm bodies.
Oh, I loved Warm Bodies. I actually enjoy that movie very much.
It's just give it some time, and especially if Blade knocks it out of the park, I think you'll start seeing the vampire fandom come back. I mean, I think it's already kind of coming back with What We Do in the Shadows.
Even though that's more of a comical approach to vampire, but still, yeah. But I mean, I probably live in a bubble because like a lot of my friends are gothy.
Yeah,
that is like true. Into darker, more macabre things, sort of a thing. So I've always really liked it. Let's see. Green Lantern, I like this comment here. Green Lantern says, I would love to see the mountain be the rhino. Ooh, yeah.
Honestly,
he's got the size for it and would be a reference back to the animated series or Spider-Man.
I think that'd
Great
be really
idea.
cool. That is a really good casting.
Yeah.
He just has that huge, intimidating. Oh my God, he could just step on me and I'm dead. He could grab me and rip me in half, kind of a thing.
Bat dog. Bat dog. Oh, Navi, maybe next year.
Oh, Bat dog.
You want to dress like Barbara Gordon?
You can be Bat dog.
Gosh, she's too cute. Late to the party. Welcome to the party.
Guys.
You guys,
welcome to the party.
Everybody give a warm welcome to Late to the Party, our friends, fellow YouTubers who are, I think you guys hit 90,000. 900,000. No,
that would be all. That's almost a million.
90,000.
90,000.
I don't even know.
That sounds about right. If
Yay!
I'm not mistaken.
Congratulations!
Welcome and congratulations!
Congratulations! All right, let's see if there's any other comments, questions. Marvin Martin says, as long as there are no Smurfy hybrids. Interesting. Mr. Yasman 300 says, I think the reason we aren't seeing a lot of vampire films because of the stigma from Twilight and other YA vampire films. Potentially, I think people do tend to like kind of make fun. Even I said it, like I want to walk in the under the sun, but I don't want to sparkle.
No sparkling. But honestly, I think that's what happens is that at the peak of like the vampire fandom, it took a really big hit from Twilight, and there was just so much hate from Twilight. I mean, heck, both Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart had to work for years to break that stigma of what they did in Twilight. And I think now it is very much starting to wear off. So I think finally. But I think, give us some really good vampire movies, like if Morbius knocks it out of the park, if Blade knocks it out of the park, I think we will start seeing more and more vampire flicks come back.
Absolutely.
And plus, remember, we did have a huge time period where vampires were huge, around Blade, around Interview with a Vampire, From Dusk Till Dawn was
Lost
very
Boys,
popular.
Buffy.
And it comes and goes. So sooner or later it will come back, I personally think.
Yeah, I think so too. And I want to jump to since I just read the comment from Mr. Yasman 300, reminded me of the news flash that he gave us, which is about the Netflix upcoming live action series Avatar, The Last Airbender. I was trying to put all the words together. It wasn't working.
Which I'm so excited for.
Daniel Day-Kim to star in the series as Fire Lord Ozai. So I'm looking at the article from Hollywood Reporter. So Daniel Day-Kim will portray the series' regular role of Fire Lord Ozai, the ruthless, driven leader of the Fire Nation who demands everyone live up to his impossible standards, especially his teen son, Prince Zuko. Ozai's drive to conquer and unite the world under firebender rules is a family burden. He believes that it is his destiny to finish a war started by his ancestors.
A war started 100 years ago.
To me, this is very exciting. I feel like Daniel Day-Kim can really deliver that stern, stoic, very powerful characteristic that Ozai has. And we'll get to see him in we're only getting one season so far, right? But if we get through all the books,
please be good, so we get more.
We can see that final showdown. Series. Yeah, between.
I want to see a live action actually finish.
Yeah, so we can see that final showdown between Aang and Ozai, which would be so cool. So that's very exciting news. Let us know what you think of this casting in the comments or in the chat as we come back to it in a little bit. I'm really, really, really happy.
Yeah, I think it's great casting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Chris Dixon says, wow, this is great news. Fire Lord is a good casting. Absolutely. Oh, and going back to the vampire talk, Shane White says, True Blood. That's right. Totally forgot about that. Was my favorite vampire show. It's like Twilight given an NC-17 rating.
And actually with real vampires.
Yes, it's true. Wait, Twilight aren't real vampires?
No. Because vampires don't sparkle.
You're giving into the trope of the Twilight trope that we were just talking about.
Well, I know, but I personally don't think that Twilight did vampires well. I personally think that.
Well, blame the book, not the movie. The movie is based on the book. You got to go to the source.
Well, yeah, true. Very, very true.
It's a very YA thing. Which thing? Because I'm looking at the time. Which thing do we want to talk about?
It's up to you. I think. We can talk real quick about Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I had a feeling that you'd want to talk about it. We've been watching just a little bit of the episodes on Hulu of Modok, and we're treating this as a not as anything that's been confirmed or truth. So maybe a little bit more rumor, if you will, because this is a leak. But let's see. Potentially, we could see Modok coming to the MCU and potentially be played by the one and only Jim Carrey.
I do have to leave for just a second.
Oh,
I am
no!
going to try and see how everything is going on. I might be super quick.
After we pick the topic that you wanted to talk about.
I'm sorry. Jim Carrey's awesome, and I think he'll make a great Modok.
There you have it.
Ow, that hurt.
All right, so you guys let me know what your thoughts are on Jim Carrey potentially maybe playing Modok, or would you even want to see Modok in the MCU? I think it's inevitable, and I think it can just be super fun. I want to read a little bit more about this article here. So obviously, this has not been announced by Disney or Marvel. So again, we can't really treat it as like a confirmed news, but it is nice to like speculate and talk about. So let's see here. The article here says that Carey is a compelling choice to play Modok, a genius scientist who exists physically as a giant mechanical head with undersized limbs. And his casting suggests that the MCU will seek a resonance for the character in line with his dimensions. In Hulu's Modok, which is the series that Dustin and I've been watching just a little bit. So, interesting that they also mentioned that the voice actor for the Hulu series Modok, who is Patton Oswalt, who I also think would actually be a great choice as well. Like, I wouldn't be mad if they cast either or. I think I really enjoy watching Jim Carrey in like character roles. So I think he really knows how to develop and embrace and just have fun with it. So I think that'd be a great deal. If this is like true, I am for it. Let's see here. Stardew says, Jim Carrey in Sonic 2, I can't wait. Blade says, I think it's good casting. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but it's not a bad choice. There we go. And let's see, doing a quick super chat here from Marvin. Thank you so much, by the way, for your super chat. Oh, and we have to get to Brennan Mars. I totally forgot. I'll wait for Dustin to come back because there was one that I pulled up. So, Brennan, I hope you're still here. Marvin says, vampires, corpses who hypnotize free will away and cannibalize. That is what modern people find hot. It's a fantasy. I would not want that in real life. I enjoy my free will very much. Thank you. Let's see. MK says the rumor comes from a moderator post in the Marvel Studios subreddit. Ooh, interesting. So there's some like legitimate like source behind this. That'd be great. And again, I think if it were down to like him or Patton Oswalt, who has been voicing Modok in the series, I would not be mad about either. I think they're both really good choices. Let's see. Yeah, Jim Carrey, Steve says Jim Carrey is a great choice. And Jim Carrey in Kick-Ass 2 was amazing. Believe it or not, I still don't think I've seen that film. I saw the first one. I really enjoyed it, but I still haven't seen the second one. I probably need to sit down and try. Noah here is in the chat. Hey, Noah. Noah says, have you tried the number 9 plutonium hot sauce? It's really hot at 9 million Scoville units. Will you handle that? Absolutely not. I can't even handle, like, have you guys gone to Buffalo Wild Wings? If you have, you probably know the sauces, and they have like their hottest sauce is called the blazing sauce. And I tried it once and I just didn't enjoy it. The heat was a little bit too much for me to handle. Like, could I have done it? Yes. Could I have eaten a couple of wings with the sauce? Yes. But was it enjoyable? Not really. The heat really overwhelmed the taste, like the flavor of the sauce, to the point where I was just like, I'm not feeling really anything, and I can't really taste. So I never got it again. So I don't think I would ever try the anything like that they eat on like hot ones. That's super high. I just don't think I could. I like spicy, but I don't know if I can handle. Is everything okay now?
Everything is actually better than everything is better than okay. They figured out exactly what's wrong with the wall that's dripping, so we're good.
Excellent. Do you have any final thoughts on Modok?
I think Jim Carrey is going to be an excellent choice for this. He does. I mean, because first and foremost, Modok is kind of a ridiculous character to begin with.
Yes.
But if there's someone who's going to pull off, say, like a seriously comedic version of Modok, I would love to see just a huge floating Jim Carrey head with teeny tiny legs and little teeny tiny arms.
Like, how are they gonna? That's a heavy CGI.
Oh yeah,
that's like super heavy CGI. So I wonder how that's gonna.
They'll probably just have like Jim Carrey in a chair that's constantly floating around, or
they just have him wear like the green suits on the bottom.
Yeah, or what it might also be is kind of like they're going to show a little bit of him before he turns into Modok, and then they're going to have him be like the big boss guy, kind of like at the end of whatever show they end up putting him in.
That's interesting. You think it'll be a show and not him? Not being
in a
movie?
He could be in a movie, but honestly, it depends on where they decide to introduce AIM. So far, they've put AIM a little bit because it's the advanced idea mechanics.
They've only had that in WandaVision, no?
No, I don't even. Did they actually have it in WandaVision? Did they have AIM in WandaVision or like mention AIM? I think they might have mentioned
maybe a mention.
Or maybe it's the fact that it's one of the many theories that we had that we thought was going to turn out with Mephisto.
As in it never happened.
It never happened. It's just in our mind.
And again, this is all theoretical. So when it finally gets announced, then we will definitely
we'll be right on top of that
on the show. So before we dive into the next bit, I was waiting for Dustin to come back. Brennan Marr, thank you so much for your Streamlabs donation. And Brennan writes, "Hello there, you fine folks. I just want to take this opportunity." Sorry, I don't have my contacts, so I have to lean forward. "I just want to take this opportunity to personally thank you, Wendy, for all your encouragement and moral support of my journey through the FCL, which is First Class League. It's wonderful people like you whom I owe my championship title." Yes!
Championship!
Woo, woo, woo! Navi, cheer. She has just such a
harumphy face.
What? Brennan, congratulations!
Good job, man.
I don't know if you've ever watched Brennan compete, but he is this like, there's like an air of calm while he thinks and like before he answers, which to me, if I was the competitor going up against him, I'd be very unsettled.
Just because he's
not saying much. He's not trying to, you know, and I know it's a personality thing and it's kind of like wrestling. So, but just the way he handles it, it's very calm. He doesn't let it show that if he missed a question, if that shakes him up or not. And I love watching that. Cause like on my end, whenever I'm watching, I'm like, oh God. Do they know it? Why are they taking such a long time to answer? You know, and sometimes they troll where they'll wait till like the countdown, and then they know it and they say it. I'm like, oh, you're trying to trip up the other contestant. They're like, I have him now. I do not have him now. Yeah. So that is congratulations, Brennan.
Awesome.
Woo! And General Grievous flying in with a super chat. Thank you so much. General Grievous writes, Modok is Mephisto confirmed. Also, Suckles, say hi.
Hey. Hi, Suckles. For all of those that get the inside joke.
Yes.
And it's very appropriate that we're talking about Jim Carrey and Suckles at the same time.
Yes, we love that. MK here says, reading the post says Carey has been cast as Modok to appear in multiple Disney Plus shows.
Okay, so well, we don't know if it's Is it 100% confirmed? You said
no, it's not confirmed because Disney or Marvel haven't said it. So in my personal, like in my head, it's confirmed when it comes out via one of those two, right? Or like Variety
or
reports
big
with a statement from Disney and or Marvel. So I like to try to treat things as rumors as a possibility that it could happen, and just as a fan, just to get excited about that possibility. If it's wrong, that's okay.
Navi,
it was fun to talk about. Uh-oh.
What are you eating?
What is she? She definitely ate something. Oh no. What did she eat?
Navi, no.
What does she eat?
Yeah, something from outside. I think it's like one of those acorns from the.
Oh,
okay, fine. You know what? Fine.
She's gonna Now she's in trouble, and she doesn't get to have free time on the floor right now.
Nope.
She gets to sit upstairs.
You're gonna be held like
up on
little,
the chair.
You're gonna be held like a little baby.
Wait, you guys got to see this.
You're gonna get held like a little baby, Navi, and you're not gonna be able to. No, you stay right there, Navi.
There you go. That's what happens when Navi gets in trouble.
Yep.
Just like that.
She has to be held like a little baby. So, anyways, I'm sorry. I just saw her chewing on something and I freaked out. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No good. And the championship title that Brennan won is the Star Wars.
Oh, awesome!
Brennan, if you could play anybody for like another Star Wars like Ultimate Championship, who do you think you'd want to go up against? Let me know. Put that in the chat. General Grievous says that's just shameless begging that face.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She just Dustin goes into a full dog dad mode. 100%. You know why? Because we've almost paid off the vet bills for both Navi and Falcor. Like Falcor.
I've got one more payment.
So she's not allowed to get sick until we have recovered.
I actually just paid like the second to last one today.
Yeah, it's every time she goes in, it's expensive, and of course, we as dog parents freak out over any little thing. I do more so than Dustin. So yeah, the less she is just in a state of I know I effed up.
Bad Navi.
It was then I knew. I done it.
Did done it.
All right, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump way forward into some theme park news here. So believe it or not, this is what happened this past Sunday at Shanghai Disney. So thousands of visitors obviously go to the park, and they were in line, whether waiting for rides or watching the fireworks from the show. The cast quietly closed the gates to shut all the guests in, and all of a sudden people in hazmat suits started to come through the gates, and they're setting up testing sites to test every single person for COVID-19 before they could leave for the day. And that was nearly 34,000 people at Disney that underwent the testing before they were able to leave the park. So the park usually closes around midnight, so obviously this lasted way longer because that's 34,000 people that needs to be tested and wait for the test results to come back before they can be carted off. So it says here via Bloomberg, it says long after the festivities at the park were finished, they were ferried home on 220 special buses. All were found Monday to be negative, which is great, but are still required to isolate at home for 2 days and be retested for the COVID-19 virus in 2 weeks. And this was a huge shutdown. The reason why they shut this down, this was because a positive case in a woman who had traveled from Shanghai from nearby Hangzhou over the weekend. So the officials have yet to confirm whether or not she's visited Disneyland, but the fact that she had a positive case, it sparks very aggressive contact tracing across China, including park goers. So
that's pretty crazy that they were just like go. And
I kind of get it because they obviously we China, everybody knows, got hit real hard.
Oh yeah,
with the virus, Wuhan especially. But like they were like the shutdown was so crazy. Like it wasn't like the shutdown here we got in the States, right? Because we were shut down, but like could Dustin go and walk our dog? Yes. Could we go for like a curbside order pickup? Yes, absolutely. They weren't even allowed to leave their house. Like they had government officials like saying, no, you can't. Like I saw some of the news clips my mom was sending me. And I'm like, she doesn't live in Taiwan. She lives in Taiwan, not China. But I was like, holy crap. Like they couldn't leave their house for who knows how long because it was so bad there. So I understand the like, we got to figure this out now. We got to test every single person.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that they got on it quickly, but I kind of feel like, you're at Disney, you're having a good time, you're eating a Mickey pretzel, and then all of a sudden it's like, sir, put that pretzel down, come here, let me swab your nose. And you're like, what just happened?
I like what RMD Collective said it's kind of like a scene from Monsters Inc.
What's the
We
code?
cannot confirm or deny. It's a 2119.
2119.
2119. And you just see all these yellow suits just come flooding into Disney. Honestly, I think that would have been funny if they could have pulled that off. If they were like, okay, you can come and test everyone here at Disney. However, you all have to have yellow suits with different
somebody has a sock pin.
Someone has a sock pin. We have to keep it themed.
Everyone say hi to Paul. Paul is my lovely friend. You probably saw him host 50 million shows over at Sideshow Collectibles. Awesome seeing you. Hope you're having a great Wednesday and hope you had a great Halloween. What was your costume? Did you go out?
Paul.
What'd you do? Let's see here. 2319.
2319.
2319. We should have
So
dressed
close.
as that as for Halloween.
That would have been cool.
That would next year. There's always next year.
Yeah.
There is always next year.
And plus, next year we'll be able to probably go out a little bit more than this year.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't able to go out at all last year.
People didn't really throw
This
parties.
Yeah.
Understandably.
So, and then this year we kind of had like a little bit of, we were able to go out a little bit. And then next year we'll have a little bit more. So that's when we're going to go a little bit more, you know, out with our costumes, I think.
Yeah. Like usually, like I, you know, one for every day, like of the last week of October. And we didn't really do that this year, but that's okay. Brennan says, I'd like to play either Laura Kelly, or Molly Damon, and not just because I think they're cute. They are cute, those ladies. Both great choices. Both great choices. I hope they're doing well. Let's see. Superman, before we go into the next Disney topic, Superman 101 says, hello, Wendy and Dustin. Hello. I have a question. Hawkeye is just around the corner on November 5th, which is this Friday. Really? Are you guys watching it in theaters or are you going to wait until it comes out on stream?
I wasn't know it was premiering in theaters.
Oh, they meant Eternals. I think. Hold on,
because later on he said,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
I think I remember scanning that by.
Okay, so I'm going to reread the question with Eternals is just around the corner on November 5th, which is this Friday. Are you guys watching it in theaters or are you going to wait until it comes out on stream? Luckily, Dustin and I got in on a very advanced screening. We were at the premiere for Eternals, so we got to see it in... It was the Dolby, right?
Yep, we got to see it at the Dolby, which was pretty cool. I have to admit, I think that was.
You've never been.
Yes, I never seen a movie at the Dolby. I have seen what is it called? I have seen was a Cirque du Soleil at the Dolby once, but other than that, that was only my second time there.
Mm-hmm. So we got to see it then.
And also, isn't our I think our review is up on our channel.
Very vague, very non-spoiler review is up on the channel for you to watch. We will do a yep, that's some sounds. We will be doing a spoiler review for our Patreon, so look forward to that after the movie's out. We're not going to put out a spoiler review before the movies come out. So, and I also want to you know, it's 10 Eternals that we're talking about in this film. So it's gonna take some filming. But let us know if you guys are planning to watch Eternals, if you want to go in theaters, if you feel safe doing so, or if you're just gonna wait for it to come on Disney Plus, which I think now the standard for them is 45 days window.
Yeah.
So like you technically don't have to wait very long.
It's only like what, a month and a half?
Month and a half, which means Shang-Chi is coming to Disney Plus very soon, and that is gonna be on repeat on our Disney Plus. I can't wait.
And not only that, I cannot wait for Disney Plus Day. That just sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to watch all of the cool stuff that they are premiering and showing on Disney Plus Day. So I am super excited for November 12th.
Yes, absolutely. So we can't wait for that. Blade says probably not. I heard the movie is very exposition heavy. I would say, it's heavier than other MCU movies.
Yeah,
I want to make sure like they're still within their like if you know, I think people kind of walk into it, especially now after having how many years, 10 years of Marvel films. You kind of go in and you're kind of like, okay, I think we're going to see this and this and this. And you do get those, like, so when we say exposition heavy, it doesn't mean like there's like no action scenes. There's still plenty and actually really, really good. There's one particular one that's like bottom of the second half of the movie, maybe top of the third act. There was one that was just like, whoa, this is real good. I really enjoyed it.
Honestly, though, I do feel a little bad because right now, what is it? MK has put that Eternals is at a 53
Really?
on Rotten Tomatoes. If 53, it does not deserve that low of a rating.
No,
True,
I don't
get
think
me
so.
wrong. It's not one of my highest rated Marvel films,
Mhm.
but a 53 overall, I don't think
I feel like that's a little.
I think it's a
just
little
then that's
low.
just again an opinion.
Our personal opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't mean packed. Let's see. Alex, thank you so much for hanging out today. First time here on the stream.
Woo,
Hope
thank
you're
you, Alex.
enjoying it. Very casual here over at the Movie Couple. And Alex also says doing a double feature of Dune and Eternals. Oh,
yeah.
in IMAX tomorrow. That's 2 very long movies, my friend. That's 2.5 hours a piece.
And also,
but
those are 2 movies that are out that definitely would look gorgeous on IMAX. Dune, I love that movie. I thought that movie was so good.
We got to go see that in theaters.
Yeah,
we have to see that in
want to
theaters, and we have to see Last Night Soho. I saw Last Night in Soho in theaters. He couldn't come with me, but it's so good. And I just found out there's one particular scene that's involved mirrors. It was shot practical.
Oh,
so I can't. Like I was like, of course it is. After I read the report, I'm like, go figure it is. But it's incredible. But Alex, I hope you have a really great time. I think you picked two great movies to watch in IMAX because both are absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Should we move on to our final
topic.
Disney topic? So this was interesting. And it happened here at Disneyland, which Dustin and I have to go back soon because we need to meet up with Chris.
Yes.
Spider Chris or Chris's Choice and Movie Bunch Adam. But here is the news. I don't have a picture, but Dustin's seen the photo that I have up now from the article. So this happened. I'm not sure exactly when. I think it was also on
October.
on
Halloween.
On Halloween. God, that sucks. Okay, so writers of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride got stuck on the ride and had to be evacuated by Disneyland employees who had to wear, those like overalls that people who wade into the water.
Yeah, like
they have to wear those.
Those fly fishers have to wear.
Yeah,
the ones that come up like all the way up to here.
So imagine you're going on the Pirates Caribbean ride, which is roughly 7-8 minutes tops.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they were stuck on it for about 90 minutes. That's rough.
Yeah.
It's not scary or anything like that, but that's rough, especially if you've got like family. If you're not just going leisurely like pass holders, where we're just kind of like, all right, well, it's fine, whatever. We'll just kind of sucks, but we'll just like wait it out. But if you have family and they're waiting for you, and you don't always have the best signal on the rides because it's like under. So it's crazy. So here's what the article says. The employees wearing those waterproof overalls or the rubber waders had to walk through the murky waters and push stranded boats to land so visitors could escape the swashbuckling cruise cut short. So the ride broke down for about 90 minutes around 6 p.m. on Sunday. Let's see. So the writers, including a Southern California news group reporter, Brian Rocos, who was visiting the park as a guest, snapped photos of Disneyland employees walking through the waist-deep water, pushing stranded boats while wearing fisherman waders. The polite and apologetic employees, bless them, who pushed the boats through water, thanked the stranded riders for not yelling at them. Guys, don't yell at the employees. They're just literally trying to do their job. They don't get paid enough for you to yell at them.
Yeah.
They really don't. Don't do that. So the ride got stuck, and the riders who got stuck at Town Square section of the attraction watched the same repetitive animatronic scene and listened to Yo-Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me theme song on a loop for 30 minutes before Disneyland stopped trying to restart the attraction. Turned on the lights, turned off the audio, soundtrack, and animation. Animatronic women chasing robot pirates in a continuous circle in Town Squares continue their pursuit unabated throughout the 90 minutes ordeal. Pirates of the Caribbean boats located close to land were quickly evacuated, but the riders who were stuck at sea had to wait 90 minutes to be rescued. Disneyland Fire Department rescue personnel helped some riders off the stranded boats. Other boats were pushed to safety by the cast members. And
I've heard that too, that it takes a long time to get that one scene right after you go into that one into the town square.
What, right when Yo-Ho starts, right?
Yeah. Well, no, because Yo-Ho starts right
after the second drop.
after the first drop.
Oh, right.
because as soon as you drop, yo ho, and I'm not going to sing, but yeah, and I've heard that this has happened before, and it takes so long to push every single one of them out, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for all of those workers that just have to hop in the water, and they're just like, all right, now shove, put your backs into it. I think that would have been hilarious.
Just stating character. You might as well make it fun.
Yeah.
Might as well make it an immersive experience. Oh my gosh. So the rescued writers were routed through a labyrinth of behind-the-scenes backstage hallways and a break room with arrow-shaped signs that reads, "Return to park." 5 fire vehicles and several firefighters were staged just outside backstage exit to the Pirates Caribbean. I think for us, if that were us,
we would actually be really excited
because you get to see backstage, which is kind of like all the hidden Disney secrets. You're like, oh my god, what's back here? What does this button do? I wouldn't push it. Let's see. And the writers who were stuck on the ride were rewarded with 2 front of the line fast passes for any ride in the park. Oh, in fine print, except for the Rise of Resistance or the holiday version of Haunted Mansion.
Oh,
no,
that
90 minutes. I would have gone on. I would have been like, no, I want Rise of Resistance.
Yeah,
right now.
And I'm sure if you raised enough hell about it, I think you probably could have gotten it. But like, no. We actually missed our boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance, kind of a thing.
This comment, General Grievous, they had to make sure they didn't send in the short crew member to push the boats. They wouldn't be sending me.
Nope. Sorry, Wendy, not sending you.
The overalls, like the water would have seeped through like the underarm.
Or your overalls would have actually like gone up to like your head, and you actually would have been like a minion almost.
I'm here to rescue you.
All right, Wendy, push. I am.
Modeman 101 says, I got stuck on Space Mountain once.
I got stuck on Space Mountain
too. You too?
Once.
I've never. And they had to evacuate us by manually releasing each car.
That I did not have to do.
They turned on the
We
lights.
got stopped, and the lights came on for a little bit, and then they got it running. So I got to see the inside of Space Mountain with the lights on. We got that one.
Does it make you more afraid of putting your hands up?
A little bit, yeah. Because you see some of them, and you're like, that's really close, kind of a thing. But what is it? I'm trying to think of all the different rides that we've gotten stuck on. Space Mountain was one for me.
Haunted Mansion.
You and I got stuck on Indiana Jones for a good long time.
Didn't they walk us off?
Yeah, they walked us off.
Yeah, it was after the flying arrows. Flying arrows.
No, I thought it was with the spiders, with all the
bugs.
The bugs that get dropped on us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that was interesting. That was really interesting. Alex says, Pirates is definitely one of my most anticipated rides for my Disney trip next year. Last time I've been on it, Jack wasn't even on the ride yet. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so
you
it's
are
been
in
a while.
But are you going to Disneyland or Disney World? Because the rides are a little bit different. Obviously, Jack's you can see
Jack's
that
on both of them.
But there's a slight variation on the two. Let's see. Oh, Steve Calderon says, Deadline reports Gal Gadot to play Evil Queen in Disney's live action. Man, we just getting all the breaking news today. Let's see. Gal Gadot, Evil Queen.
I hope if they do an Evil Queen, I really want them to be the Evil Queen.
10 minutes ago, you guys.
Oh.
All right. So, breaking news from Deadline. Thank you so much, Steve. Exclusive. And by the way, you guys, speaking of Gal Gadot, Red Notice is having their virtual red carpet tonight. If you go on my Twitter, which is just my name, at Wendy Lee Zaney, you can find the link to the YouTube page so you can watch the virtual premiere. So you can watch Gal walk the red carpet. You can watch Dwayne Johnson walk the red carpet, and Ryan Reynolds and whoever else is in the movie walk the red carpet. And then the film comes to Netflix, I think, next week. So that's very, very, very exciting. So let's see. Sources tell Deadline Gal is set to play the Evil Queen in Disney's live-action adaptation of Snow White. That started it off for the studio's legendary slate of animated features. So Rachel Zegler, and you will have seen her if you watch any of the trailers for West Side Story, she is playing Snow White. And let's see, directing will be Mark Webb directing, Mark Platt producing, and production is expected to start in 2022. So technically very, very soon. We don't know when in 2022, but they are starting. I think with Gal, I haven't really gotten to see her play like like
evil.
Like right out
someone
evil
else
villain.
said that in the chat as well, that they don't know if they can. We've never seen her play that.
Wasted Poe.
Wasted Poe, yeah, exactly. You know what? At first I was kind of like, of course she can. Well, we've never really seen her do that. That is actually a very good point. You know, even in, what is it called? This new, what is it? The Red Notice that we saw, she doesn't play an evil character. She's actually playing like kind of like that cool, slick kind of con woman kind of a character. But evil, that's going to be interesting. I mean, she definitely has kind of like the facial features.
Oh my god, I can see her in like the dark black cowl with the purple and the crown. But I also would love for Gal, and I feel like she'd be down to do this because I think she's kind of experimental when it comes to like character play. Like, put her in the prosthetic, put her in the wig, and let her be the hag.
That would be interesting.
Let her be the hag as well. Like, let her do the whole transformational thing. Because, like, I think she can play, because she's got them cheekbones.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
She's got, like, the perfect face to play the evil queen, because, like, the evil queen is, you know, like the mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. And she's supposed to be also drop dead gorgeous, which Gal is. But I would love to see her just kind of emotionally going through the emotion of like, oh, she's prettier, kill her, bring me her heart. Like,
I
like
could
that's
see her
kind of I
could see her pulling off that cool, cold, emotionless, evil character. And so I'm excited to see what she pulls off.
Very different from Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
A very different type of character. So yeah, we haven't seen her do a villain, but I feel like she's done so many projects since like her first appearance in Fast and Furious that I feel like she would have a really fun time, just let loose and be like, and she's not even a mean person.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really interesting to see like how she tackles like this mean character. Let's see.
I'm actually really excited to see this.
Yeah.
And also, you know, it's one of those things that obviously they auditioned her. They obviously gave her the chance to read some of the sides in the script. So
give me Patrick Stewart as Magic Mirror.
That would be interesting.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So I'm assuming that she was able to pull something off, just very much like, what is it, when they casted her as Wonder Woman and everyone's like, oh my gosh, why would they do that? You know, there must have been something in the audition that made them go, oh, yeah, okay.
I was one of those people that I thought she wasn't a good fit for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, same here.
You know, and now like I love her as Wonder Woman. After I saw her, I remember seeing the movie and I'm just like, wow. I felt like a little kid sitting in that chair going, oh my God, this is so great. So props to her. Very happy for her. And I think also like it'll be interesting to see how they play with the live action evil queen. And are they going to try to go like as close to the animation as possible, or are they going to try to do
stylize it, kind of like what they did like with Maleficent, kind of a thing, to where it was close, not
she looked, I didn't love those movies, but I thought she looked fantastic.
Oh yeah,
I thought she looked really, really great. What I don't want, and I know this isn't a evil queen origin story, but I don't need she was misunderstood.
No
situation. Just let her kind of like
her
Cruella.
Title is Evil Queen. That is her name. No one else calls her anything.
The misunderstood
else.
Queen.
Yeah, she is the evil queen.
Yeah, she literally was sent the huntsman to kill Snow White because she couldn't
bring me back her heart.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, ILM Collectible says, wasn't Gal in the Fast and Furious as a villain? Yes, and that was, I think, one of the few times I've seen her as a villain. She kind of has a little bit of a nod to a villainous character type in Red Notice, maybe. But she's just an art thief.
Yeah,
she's not like evil, like bring me her heart kind of a deal. So all I'm thinking about now, since we're talking about the evil queen, is in the Fantasmic show where they do the live transformation from the evil queen to
into the hag.
Ah, it's so cool. Yeah, well,
I know, and I'm really curious on whether or not they're gonna she's going to play the hag.
Yeah,
because it is very much two different characters, going from the beautiful, not majestic, but like sophisticated kind of evil to a
maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh.
I wonder what her maniacal laugh would be. Does she have one? She probably has one. All right, you guys. Well, that is it for us for today's stream. We appreciate all the breaking news. That was a lot of fun.
We got a lot of breaking news.
Yeah, we talked about the possibility of Jim Carrey playing Modok. We talked about Deanna Day Kim confirmed to play Fire Lord Ozai. I believe it said on the Hollywood Reporter. We just got the breaking news that Gal Gadot is going to be playing the evil queen in the upcoming Disney live actions adaptation of Snow White. Very, very exciting, and some theme park news as well. So we will be back on, are we doing this on Saturday? Potentially?
I think we are.
Okay. Potentially we will have a live stream on Saturday. Yeah, I think we are. So we will see you guys then. But also we have other videos that are coming to the channel. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. We are going to be filming more reactions for Star Wars Visions. It's just been so busy. That's been like up on our board of like things to film for a long time. We just haven't gotten to it, but I think maybe today we can finally get to doing a couple more of them. So fingers crossed. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video. Really helps us gain more visibility right here on YouTube. You guys all be well. We will talk to you very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye.